Once upon a time, in a garden buzzing with life, lived a little girl named Dia. Dia had a heart as bright as the sun and eyes that sparkled like dewdrops, but she had one tiny fear: spiders. They were creepy crawlies she'd rather not think about, especially the big hairy ones that could dangle down from the ceiling like tiny trapeze artists. Her friends laughed and called her a scaredy cat, but Dia knew she was brave in every other way, just not when it came to spiders. One sunny afternoon, as Dia played hide and seek with her friends, she stumbled upon a spider unlike any she had ever seen. This spider was as colorful as a peacock and had a twinkle in its 8 eyes that seemed to say, "I come in peace." It was then the magical spider spoke in a voice as gentle as a lullaby. "Hello, Dia. I'm Webster, and I've been waiting to meet you." Dia froze, her eyes as wide as the moon, and her heart pounding like a drum. She had never heard a spider talk before, but instead of running away screaming, she took a deep breath and asked, "Why do you want to meet me?" Webster spun a rainbow thread of silk and said, "Because you're special. I know you're afraid of spiders, but I'd like to show you our world. How about coming to a party at my web tonight?" Dia gulped, but her curiosity was piqued. "A party? For me?" The magical spider nodded his 8 legs. "Yes, indeed. It'll be the most amazing party you've ever seen." With a mix of excitement and fear, Dia agreed. That night, when the stars were out and the garden was bathed in a soft glow, she tiptoed to the grand web that Webster had created. It was a masterpiece, shimmering with glitter and strands of spider silk that looked like strands of gossamer. The party was a spectacle. There were spiders of all sizes and shapes, each one dressed in tiny party hats, doing the cobweb conga line. The garden was alight with fairy lights woven into the web, and there were balloons made of bubbles that floated around without ever popping. Webster introduced Dia to his friends: Twirly the spider, who spun the most amazing web designs; Jumpy, who could leap higher than any kangaroo; and even Tiny Tim, the youngest spider, who was learning to spin his first web. They played games like Spider Freeze Dance, where everyone had to stop moving when the music stopped, and the last one to freeze would turn into a statue made of dew. Dia giggled as she watched spiders tango with ladybugs and saw a caterpillar doing the cha-cha with a fly. Then, they had the most delicious spider snacks. There were sugar-coated fly wings, mosquito muffins, and even a spiderweb cake that tasted like a cloud. Dia took a bite and couldn't believe how good it was. As the party went on, Dia realized that spiders weren't so scary after all. They were just like her, living their lives, making friends, and enjoying the beauty of the world around them. The magic of the night had shown her that sometimes the things we fear the most are just misunderstood. Before the party ended, Webster handed Dia a special gift, a necklace made of the finest spider silk that shimmered like diamonds. "Wear this, and remember, fear is just a feeling. You're much braver than you think," he said with a wink. From that day on, Dia wasn't afraid of spiders anymore. She saw them as the magical creatures they truly were, and every time she played in the garden, she'd visit Webster, who would always spin her a new web to explore, filled with new friends and adventures waiting to happen. And so, the little girl who was once scared of spiders grew into a fearless young explorer, sharing her newfound love for the 8-legged wonders with everyone she met. And whenever she felt a pang of fear, she'd touch the necklace around her neck and remember the night she danced with the stars.